Hey y'all, Natalie here today for Mixed Media Frenzy, and we are scrap lifting the amazing Scrappy Kathy. You can see her original layout there over on the right. Now I will warn you, all this photo and all of these embellishments go away. This was the idea I originally had, and I was going to go with the blue like Kathy had on her original layout and embellish with those and have hot springs because that's where we were. It takes an evolution, it takes a turn, but that's okay. I left that in here to show that you should be able to be flexible with your layout. So I predefined an area in two spots on my two papers. And I squirted my watercolor spray into those predefined water areas. And then I'm just going to turn the page a little bit and let them dry naturally, because when they dry naturally, boom, that's what you get. Really cool effects where the water pooled and dried in a deeper color. And I really like that look. So I let these dry pretty naturally. Some of the times I picked up a couple pools of color, but I took my time and let them dry naturally. Now I'm going in with a more sapphire color. I didn't mention I am working in my Life Crafted album, which is like a traveler's notebook size ring album by Citrus Twist Kits. And it is a vacation album from our vacation last year. Well, actually, so the original photos that I showed you were from Hot Springs, which was our vacation last year. But I switch it to a beach vacation photo. But again, that is also in a Life Crafted album. I really like to craft my family trips in Life Crafted albums. So these are going to be OTTP, as the scrap gals would say, outside of the page protector. So I have made them, they're roughly like 5 by 8 1/4, maybe. I think that's the proper size. I don't know. I measure it by the page protector every single time. So there's the sapphire color that has dried naturally. And now I'm going to go in with a navy blue color. And you can see I'm still using that original photo I showed you, thinking I'm going to use that. And then I add this dusty gray blue navy color. I'm not really entirely sure what color it is, but it is really beautiful, and it gives this really grainy look. The color's a little grainy. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But anyway, the paper's getting a little warped, especially because they're such small pieces. So I was kind of just propping the page up to allow the water to pool in the area that I want it to pool in rather than run on the other colors. I don't mind if they mix a little bit, but I want the distinguished strips of color like Kathy had in the original layout. So I wanted to stay true to that. So that is why I'm kind of propping it up and kind of directing the pools of color. And then they get a little wonky, but that's the beauty of gesso, because I am able to use my little wipe there and wipe it up, and it doesn't really hurt anything. It doesn't leave a spot, and it wipes up pretty well. So this did take a minute, but I'm really happy with the results. So it was okay that I let it all kind of dry naturally. So in this time, I think I mixed two colors. Yeah. So I put the dusty blue and then I put the turquoise blue together just to create a different color, but allow it to still stick with the color scheme and not stray too far. And this is when I decide that it's so beautiful and I have all this blue on here and all the other colors that I was going to use that I showed in the beginning, which was peaches and orange, maybe they just were going to detract too much from it. I decided to stick with more of a blue color scheme all over the whole page, because again, it is a small size, so I don't want to add too much onto the page and kind of distract the reader's eye. So you can see that picture I just showed you, boom, right there is my oldest son, Heath, reading a book on the beach, and he's on a blue towel. So I'm really happy with the way that looks. So I grabbed some stickers from Citrus Twist Kit, and that one says read. And then I grabbed those other ones from Pink Fresh Studio. So I added beach, and then I also grabbed the Sunkissed collection by Cocoa Vanilla Studio. That was last summer's collection. And I had that little piece of paper that is ombre stripes. And I'm pulling out some of the die cuts. I got a couple blue clouds and a couple blue tags. And that little blue sticker at the bottom was from Citrus Twist. And since the pages were kind of like warped, and because they're outside of the page protector, I wanted to make sure they're very sturdy because I'm going to put the holes directly into the page. So I arranged these on 2 background pieces, and I'm going to make them meet flush in the middle with the 2 white sides meeting, but otherwise you'll see a little bit of the blue chevron all the way around the other 3 sides. So it almost looks like it's one continuous page, if that makes sense. Like a double page spread would look almost in like a Postbound album. That's what I'm going for. And so that's why I put the 2 pieces together kind of where the same color meets up in the middle. So it just looks like I had one piece of paper that I split down the middle, which I guess I could have done that, but that's not how I worked. So I start putting the items back on, and then I quickly realized that I want to put a seam. I want to sew on my page. And this is where I kind of leave Kathy's design. So I put the photo in kind of the same spot she puts it, but otherwise I'm kind of go my own way here. So I roughed up the edges of that little striped paper, and I'm going to stick it down. And again, outside the page protector, I'm going to use a lot of adhesive. I'm going to put a lot of strips of adhesive on here because they are going to be tactile. They're going to be touched a lot, and I don't want them to come off the page. So I stick that down, and then I decide I'm going to book it on over to the sewing machine. So boom, there it is. That was really fast, right? So I have just a royal blue thread that I just went around the 3 sides of the white pieces that are bordered by the chevron paper. I did not sew on the middle, and I mostly did that because I'm going to punch the holes, and I didn't want to worry about punching through my thread. So I put those cute little clouds on there, and then I used my Nuva adhesive to add in the puffy letters, and always removing the dog hair or my own hair from the papers. And then I always like to start in the middle when I'm putting alphas down so that I can just work my way out and make sure that they're kind of centered. So then I add this sticker that says book club. So it sounds like the title is Beach Read Book Club, which I really like. And then I grabbed some puffies. These are from Paper House Productions. And I just cut out the ones that were blue and green and yellow. So there's that cute little parrot. And then there's a couple florals that I decided to put in this like nice little vertical design over here. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. And I like the little pops of yellow. There was a little pop of yellow on that striped paper, so that is why I decided to add in a few more bits of yellow to kind of make that a little cohesive. And it makes a nice visual triangle because I have the yellow flower at the top of the title there, and then I have the bird at the bottom right, and I add this little yellow heart as like an anchor for this tag, or not really an anchor, I guess, because it goes over it, but I have a nice visual yellow triangle. And I think we're about it. I looked through a couple more things, but I decided that I'm happy with how it looks, just like this. And so that's going to be it. I'm going to show you the final layout just right here in a minute. And then Kathy's layout. I will put the hop list down below if you would like to hop along and see what everyone did with Kathy's inspiration. And make sure you come join us in our Facebook group. I would love it if you like and subscribe. I'll also throw my affiliate links down below if you need to pick up any supplies. I'd love it if you use them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.